welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Always remember to subscribe, like, and click that bell for future videos. Today's video is on primitive candles. What we're going to do today is put the primitive candle in this flower basket. It's a long flower basket that I got at the, I believe actually at a flea market is where I got this basket. You're also going to need an accent piece of your choice. I'm going to use this star. And you're going to need some ribbon. You don't have to use the ribbon. You can just put the star on the basket and put it up as is. You're going to use some primberries. You're also going to need a piece of wood the size of the inside of your basket or your box, whatever you want to use. You're going to need to know the inside diameter. And you're also going to need some Spanish moss and some extra primberries. What I did was actually just cut the primberries and I made a little L out of it. What I did to make it faster is I used super glue and E6000. The E6000 in the long run is a lot easier to use and it'll hold up better. I found out that using just super glue and the hot glue, it doesn't hold up at all. They'll pull right off after a while. E6000 doesn't pull off. So what I did was I cut the base. You can go to Home Depot or you can go to Lowe's, or in my back shop you can just cut the base. So this is 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches piece of plywood. And what I did was I took the wooden candle holder that they usually come natural colored, and you usually get a whole bag of them. I E6000 that to the base directly in the middle, and how I found out the middle is that I drew an X that went from point to point on all four sides. And in the middle is where I decided to glue the wooden candle holder. I took a Dremel and I took out this little piece here on the other side, and what I did was paint it so it all matches in. And each one of these little primberries, I just made an L out of it. I put it inside the E6000 and I went like this, held it, and super glued, hot glued it so they all stayed. And this little guy looks a little wild. But I actually like how it looks when it's up on the mantle. So what I did was I added each one of these in, and then we used some Spanish moss. And this particular one, my basket is very snug. So what I did was I took my fingers and I squished it to make it hop in. And then I put the base and then let it go. And it holds actually pretty good. You don't really need to put any super glue or hot glue it in if you don't want to. I usually try not to, because what I want to do with mine is keep using it in different areas, so I just take it out whenever I want. But I put the Spanish moss in, and the Spanish moss goes everywhere. And I put the Spanish moss in, and that's how it looks. To make it look better, you can use whatever ribbon you want. In this case, you can use this extra piece of ribbon that I had around the house. And what you want to do is wrap it around. And with the ribbon, it does not stick that well. You need to actually glue it into place. But if you use Elmer's glue or a low hot glue, it actually is easier and it'll come apart. And usually you have to just pull a little bit. One tie. And then you can leave it like this and then cut off the excess if you choose. And that looks like a very primitive basket. There you go. Or you can take off this particular ribbon. Forgive my hand, I have chickens and the chicken pecked my hand. And what you can do is add, and you have to use E6000 on that, and then you can E6000 the star, and it'll look like that. Or you can use the burlap, which I think I'm going to use the burlap. And when you use the burlap, make sure you don't get the cord. Even it up. Tie down, and then put over. And then I'm going to leave it like that. And that is my primitive basket light assembly. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.